What prenup demand instantly led to a couple breaking up?
Ooh, that's a good one. I just had one recently. Hopefully they're not a viewer. I had a young guy in finance in his late 20s, early 30s. Good net worth for that age, maybe like 2-3 million, which for that age is very impressive. The first million's the hardest. And I don't know what she was trying to do, but she laid out a list of, first of all, her lawyer called me, and it's someone I've dealt with before. And he said, I just want you to know this list isn't coming from me. And I said, wow, we're off to a bad start. And he said, yeah. He said, you're gonna want to put me on mute so you can laugh out loud when you hear this list. He goes, some of it I think your guy should just concede, but some of it is ambitious. And I said, and you're using ambitious as a term because you're a gentleman, but really what you want to say is that like it's batshit crazy, And sure enough, it was. Like she wanted a personal monthly allowance for cosmetic procedures like Botox and lashes and hair and nails. And she wanted a certain number of vacations per year that had to be a certain level. Like the flights either had to be private or first class. She was basically like saying, you have to maintain this incredibly high level of providing for me. And I listened to this list, and it was preposterous. I mean, she wanted a certain amount for clothing. She wanted a certain amount if she got pregnant, there would be a certain number of vacations that she got, and then she'd get a push present for each baby, meaning that like she would get like a gift, like a jewelry. It had to be like a minimum value of $100,000. It was crazy.
A push present.
A push present. I've never even heard of that. It's a thing apparently. I actually had not heard the term. But I'm 53, so there's a lot of stuff you young people say. Like I didn't know what Riz was either, so I rely on the young people who work in my office. And I was like, "Do you know what a push present is?" And one of the girls in front was like, "Yeah, it's a present that you get like right before you're about to have a baby." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Oh, because you're gonna push out the baby. It's like a gift." And I'm like, "Isn't pushing out the baby the gift?" And they were like, "No. It's like a gift. It's like a piece of jewelry you get or whatever." Like, look, I don't think there's anything unromantic. I think if you are having a baby with a woman and you buy her a piece of jewelry like right before she has the baby and say like, oh, I wanted you to remember this lovely moment in our relationship before you had the baby. And whenever you look at it, I want you to think about the fact, oh, that's the present you gave me before our kid was born. Like, it's very sweet. That's lovely. But like to give it a name and put a financial demand on it, like, man, you're really like, you're taking something kind of sweet and turning it into something. It'd be like me saying like, I wish to have sex at least this many times per week and oral sex at least this many times per week. Like, it's like, okay, guys, we all know what we want in this economy of this relationship, but like you're saying it out loud and putting it on paper. So I was worried because...
Can you make sexual demands in a prenup?
You can put it in a prenup, yeah. You can put it in it, yeah. It's not enforceable by the state, meaning they can't be like, you owe him this many blowjobs. But you can put it